yet another video involving me and my face and my gob. I just wanted to say, guys, that I'm real chuffed at the moment. I'm in a real good place in terms of myself and how I'm feeling at the moment. I'm real chuffed with the channel. What I'm pleased about at the moment is that I'm starting to get the balance right, and I'm starting to improve the quality of my videos. What I want to do is, the obvious goal, when I've obviously got the finances and the ability to do so, is to take it to the next level yet again and start giving you proper quality videos in terms of the gameplays and that kind of thing. Now, I don't want to make it really professional. I know that sounds a bit daft, but I don't want to make it like totally like unbelievably professional, because I don't want it to be too sleek, because that's not me. I'm not sleek. So I really want to do something that is going to be, it's going to give a bit of uniqueness to proceedings. It's going to give you a bit of a uniqueness to me, stuff like that. Because the thing is, guys, is like, to be fair, and this isn't me putting myself down or nothing, but to be fair, I'm always, you know, gameplays, a lot of people do that. Pretty much everybody who does gaming channel has some kind of gameplay in there. And, you know, rambly chats and stuff like that. I mean, that's pretty much the norm, isn't it? Now, I want to do something similar, obviously. I'm doing it. But I also want to provide you guys with something where you can feed back to me as well. So really, I'm going to be doing a lot more tag videos, but that'll be like later on and stuff like that. But for now, what I'm doing at the moment is I'm really pleased at the moment, because I'm having a real good time with the gameplays. I'm really getting into a lot of games, and it's giving me something doing it. So it's great to share that with you guys. What I've been doing is I've been doing a little bit. Obviously, you've seen some of the fruits of my my gaming. I've been sort of delving into the newer consoles, newer machines like Wii, PS2, that kind of thing. And I've been enjoying it, to be honest with you. I owned a PS2 many years ago, about 6 or 7 years ago. Maybe a bit long, maybe about 8 years ago, something like that. And I've loved a lot of the games that I've played on the PS2. I came from a place where the PS2 was kind of relatively new. So, actually, no, more than 8 years, wasn't it? It'll been about, yeah, getting on for like, probably about, yeah, you're looking at about 11 years, actually. Bloody hell, yeah. So, to keep it on track, basically, when I was around, obviously, when the PS2 came out, you know what I mean? That's when I did most of my PS2 gaming. And, you know, there was a lot that I enjoyed on the PS2, a lot of games that I got a lot of. And I was there right at the start of the ball rolling kind of thing, so I enjoyed games like Tekken Tag Tournament, First Time Splitters, International Track and Field, you know, that kind of thing. And I have to admit, I got a lot out of it. I mean, I was very much a Sega fanboy, and Sega could do no wrong in my mind. The Dreamcast was the best thing since Hot Meals, do you see what I'm saying? But obviously, as you can imagine, the PS2 was very, you know, it wooed me. Especially Dynasty Warriors. I found that very appealing. I can't remember what it was. I think it was Dynasty Warriors 4, is it, or 5? I can't remember. One of the launch titles. The one where there was like loads of baddies at once, you know, loads of bad guys at once kind of thing. I loved that era of gaming. I did enjoy it. I did get something out of it. I look back on it, and you know, obviously I'm fond of that. And I'm also fond of, obviously, Dreamcast and things like that. It kind of went sour for me. It kind of went south. Probably Xbox 360. I was real lucky. My parents, who are they're amazing, because they've done everything for me basically. But my parents got me an Xbox 360 for Christmas, basically a year after they'd come out. And as you can imagine, I got into it to a point. I started playing certain games. I always would play games like Morrowind, also Oblivion, things like that. So I had the RPGs. Games like Project Gotham Racing, that kind of thing. So I had a nice mixture, because obviously coming from the Xbox, obviously I had those old-fashioned Xbox games there as well, so I could play those on the 360. So as you can imagine, guys, obviously there was a lot to enjoy, but at the same time I was coming in when the actual when the actual online stuff was like really getting pushed to the fore. So the Xbox Live and everything else. So for me, kind of something about it just kind of didn't click with me. I didn't get a lot out of it. Something kind of got lost in translation for me. And that's when I kind of switched off and sort of went back to my roots kind of thing. You're looking at about 2008, 2009 when I started to really consider going back and looking at what I'd done historically in terms of gaming. And since that time, I haven't really, well, to coin a phrase, I haven't even looked back myself. I've really enjoyed the consoles, the gaming that I've had at the moment, and I've managed to get a lot out of it. And I'm still continuing to do so, especially with the kit that I've got. I'm always on the lookout for new stuff. Well, new old stuff. I've never played a CDI before. Never. I've never even touched one. And for a gamer like myself, that's bizarre. I should have one. So I'm looking to find a CDI. As you can imagine, obviously I don't want to be paying stupid amount of money for it, but I'm willing to look at that. But I don't know yet. I mean, at the moment, I'm just really glad that I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm keeping going with work and stuff like that. And I'm just chuffed with the situation that I found myself in. So, where am I going? So, what I'm doing at the moment is I'm considering my channel. I'm considering the future. I'm considering the next evolutionary step. So, as you can imagine, I'm looking at always improving the channel. The promise that I want to make to myself, and basically the promise that I want to make to yourselves, is that every so often, when I get the chance to, I'm going to evolve the channel. I'm going to bring it to a new level. Now, that might be something very small in terms of just being a bit more concise with content, delivering more on content, that kind of thing. Or it might be something just a little bit bigger, and it might be something like where I change the format, change the layout, that kind of thing. Or it might be something really drastic where I absolutely overhaul everything. And I'm looking to make a big overhaul very soon. Very, very soon. My intention is to really sort of evolve the gameplays and just do something a little bit better. I want to feed back to you guys a little better. The way I do it at the moment is I kind of make it very singular and I kind of make it totally about me. And I don't think that's right because at the end of the day I want you guys to experience the games with me, right? You see where I'm coming from. So I don't want to be just sat there playing a game going, isn't this great? Thanks. You know, it needs to be a bit more about it. I don't want to just show you a game. I want to make sure that you're seeing what I like about the game and kind of getting something out of it yourselves. If you haven't seen the game before, then I want you to experience it in a way that makes you want to play it yourself, or at the very least, you know, inquire about it and be inquisitive about it. This is going to sound a little cocky, and it's going to probably sound a little conceited, but up here, I've got a lot of information and knowledge. Now, a lot of people have told me that it's pretty much useless information, but at the end of the day, the majority of stuff that's up in my head is games, any kind of video game, basically, for the last 30 years, 40 years, maybe, well, 30 years at least. And, and I've got enough information up here that I can talk to people intelligently about games, and about art, styles of games, all that kind of stuff. And the way that I see it is I want to share that with you guys, and I want to try and bring that more to the fore. So I want to do more videos that are about the depth of games, what makes a game good, what makes me feel good about gaming. I want to bring a little bit of intelligence to the fore, and I don't think I've done that just yet. I think I'm touching upon it, I'm kind of skirting around it, but I'm not actually doing it. And I want to improve the channel by delivering on certain things. And the first thing I want to do is encourage you guys in. I want to bring you guys in. My 108 subs as it stands at the moment, I want you guys to be more involved, and I want you to give me feedback and think, well, yeah, I see what he's doing. I don't want you to be sat on the fence going, yeah, I see his point, yeah, nice one, yeah, and not be all that bothered. I want to earn my subs, basically. I want to earn the right to have more subs, because obviously that's what it's all about. But ultimately, I want to earn my right. I don't just want to dive in, wave around and jump about a bit, and then you could jump on. I want to make it so that you guys are interested in what I'm saying and interested in what I'm doing. So I'm always about the feedback. So give me more feedback, basically. Now, this is really just a little rambly, vloggy, chat type thing. It's basically just about the channel. Basically just about my experiences that I want to share with you. I'm thinking about PS2 stuff, I'm thinking about Wii stuff at the moment, so my brain's completely thinking about those things. But truthfully, I want to jump back in to the old school. I want to go back a little bit to the ST and the Amiga and stuff like that. And I really want to start getting... I really want to start exploring games that maybe not everybody's fully affair with or fully aware of. I want to start jumping onto games that really appeal to you guys. Or if not appeal to you, I want to make sure that you see something that maybe you haven't seen before. Even if you don't necessarily like it, I want to give you some originality. The way I see it is, it's got to be about giving you something that's going to keep you entertained, or at least keep you watching. I mean, you may have seen some of my feeble attempts at doing that, obviously, with music in inverted commas, and my attempt at documentations, thinking that I could do some kind of rostrum camera type scenario. I've done a few things with the channel that didn't necessarily work, but worth a try kind of thing. So the way I see it, guys, is it's all about just basically, you know, what is going to make the channel interesting to you guys. The way I see it is, if more subs jump on, that's all brilliant. But I want to cater to the people that have jumped on, and they deserve first dibs in inverted commas, because you guys jumped on. You guys are important to me. I don't want to lose you guys. So there you go. You see, and that's about it really. So hopefully you guys are all cool and stuff like that. Hopefully everything's all right with you. And if you've got any comments or queries or concerns or anything like that, then just obviously let us know. You know, anything you want to know about, just talk to, you know, let me know. Send me a PM, just send me some comments. I love all that kind of stuff. I'm a firm believer that to make something entertaining, you have to be a participant, and I'm all about community. The problem with me is that I tend to be very reserved and very inward, and that's not what you should be on a channel, especially on a YouTube channel, community-based channel and things like that. You want to be sharing yourself, you know, sharing the things that you enjoy with your group. And the thing about me is, to be honest, I'm very inward. I'm very reserved. I'm very much. I suppose I'm shy. I suppose that's probably it. I don't know. Maybe that. I don't know. It seems a bit of a oxymoron. I'm shy, yet I'm doing these YouTube videos. But the thing about me is that I just there's people who I really openly, I just admire them. I just think that they do things so right. There's two people that, in my mind, are the epitome of what I'm striving for. And obviously Steve Benway. Obviously, we all know that I dig Steve Benway's videos. I dig him. I've looked at all his videos, pretty much all his videos in some form, and that's how much I enjoy his content. However, there's two guys that are pretty much regular commenters. I have a comment on their channel, or they comment on mine, or vice versa. First guy is Lawn Boys Post 975. The guy is a legend. Dave, obviously it's Dave. Hi mate, how are you doing? Love your channel, love everything that you do. You have the conversational thing and the community-based spirit that I'm striving for. I wish I could be a percentage of what you are. And the other guy is Mark for here. He is just basically everything that you want from somebody based on YouTube. He's got all the community, you know, everybody knows, anybody who knows YouTube gaming knows Mark for here. This is what I'm saying. And, you know, his channel, Lactobacillus Prime, is fantastic. And in my mind, the biggest tragedy is that he hasn't got 40 times as many subs as what he's got. He needs a lot more subs, and if there was some way that my small, insignificant channel could generate him more subs, I would absolutely love to be part of that. The guy is an absolute legend, and from the very start of my channel, he's jumped on and had a look at things, and he's given me so much advice that it's unbelievable, and he's given me so much to work on and to believe. You know, he's given me belief that maybe I wouldn't have had elsewhere. Do you see what I mean? So really what I'm trying to say to you guys is that I am, in a nutshell, constantly improving the channel. And the way I see it is, I want to give you guys something that's going to make you come back in some form, somehow, somewhere along the line. Now, it's not always going to work out the way I'm thinking, because the way I am, my very nature is random. So I may get a nice run of good videos and happy times, and then sometimes I might be a bit, yeah. I remember I went through a phase of being in a really bad mood in the beginning of January, and I don't know if you guys noticed it, but on my videos I was just like, oh yeah, so games, yeah, you know what I'm saying, like that sort of thing. And I still liked doing YouTube, I still enjoyed doing YouTube videos, but I was so annoyed with my own life, you know, my own crap, if you like, my own life stuff, that I basically was just like, oh yeah, so games, yeah. But the way I see it at the moment is, I want to give you guys something that's going to change and evolve, so that you're coming back to me thinking, oh yeah, this guy's improving, this guy's getting better. I don't want to just make like a crappy vid and then just chuck it out to you and go, ah yeah, you know, I want to give you something back. And part of that, I think, is down to yourselves. Selfish as that might sound. I think you guys need to feed back to me. Tell me stuff, give me criticisms, be brutal. That's the only way sometimes. With myself, sometimes the best way to get through to me is just to slap me across the face and go, you fool. But other than that, all I would say is, keep doing what you're doing, guys. Because every time someone puts a comment down, every time someone lays a comment down on a video that I've done, it fills me with a kind of joy and a kind of purpose. And it gives me some reason to keep looking and keep doing and keep playing. And it makes everything make sense. It kind of just brings everything together for me. To be able to reply to your comments, and even if it gets into a debate or even an argument, I love it. I revel in it. I encourage it. More for that, you know, more please. Do you know what I mean? Love it all. But what I'll say to you guys, I'm going to leave it there because I've gone on a bit too much. But all I want you to know is that I'm totally into what I'm doing at the moment. I'm totally getting so much out of it. It's giving me so much self-confidence, and it's giving me so much belief that I have. It's going to sound a bit silly, but I have value, basically. It's giving me a lot of value and personal belief. And that's important to me at this stage. I need that a lot, especially with the job that I'm doing. I need to have that self-confidence. I need to have that self-belief. And being on YouTube, sharing my hobby, sharing my thoughts and feelings with yourselves is what it's all about for me. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'm going to say to you, have a good one. Keep it real. Don't fear the Reaper. All that good stuff. And thanks a lot for being part of my little world on YouTube. It means the world to me. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. Have a good one. All the very best. Cheerio.